What's up, all you cool cat and kittens out there? Mr. Parrot here for Monday, March 30th, 2020. And it is a great day to be a junior Potter. Crazy stuff happening all the way around here. Things might change over the next couple of days, so keep a lookout on how things are going to maybe a little bit different as we're transitioning from our act of God days into whatever else this other thing's going to entail. But we're just going to proceed as normal since we still got a couple of those days ahead of us here. So up above, we got our general announcements there for Green Team. Make sure by 11 a.m. you're filling out that attendance form. That's more or less going to be required because we're leaving these Act of God days, so make sure that you're keeping up with that. Most of you are doing an A-OK job of that, so just keep doing what you're doing there. Wednesday, if you haven't seen that notification out, is going to be, for you guys, a catch-up day. For us, just a learning day of all the different things that we can do while we're doing this distance learning stuff. So since that was originally our Leadership Academy day, it's just kind of a, hey, if you have anything else that needs to be caught up and done, here's just an extra day just to get it caught up and done. To make sure that everybody's keeping up with all their studies there. For today's stuff, boop, right over there, for Monday, March 30th, you're going to watch today's video. Hopefully you're currently doing that. You're going to complete the day 2 version of our GMO issues, which you're going to be looking at stations number 3 and stations number 4, which I'm going to show you here in just a little bit. Those are going to be due tomorrow at 9 a.m. So let's go ahead and jump into that. If you need a further explanation of how to do this type of activity, because you forgot since Friday of how to go about doing it, rewatch and go to the end of Friday's video where I have a full-blown, I walk through everything involving the potato, how the potato has been genetically modified. So you can check that out if you need that refresher. But it's going to be a part of the assignment post. When you click on it, boom, this is what you're going to see. Should look very familiar, except today you're going to be dealing with issue number 3, dealing with soybeans and cotton, because we've actually done the same thing to both of those as far as genetically modified goes. And then you're going to look at papayas, which if it wasn't for us genetically modifying them, spoilers, papayas would have been extinct. We probably wouldn't have them around anymore. Because of the thing that you're going to read about without going into too much territory there, we wouldn't have any more papayas. Remember, for genetically engineering anything, we are taking the DNA of the organism, kind of removing it from it. We are then taking a chunk of whatever DNA that we want to add to the existing DNA, kind of merging them together so that in the DNA, we have the new trait. And then we put that new DNA back into the old thing. And then when it goes to reproduce, it's going to reproduce with that new gene in there, with that new trait in there. And that new trait is going to be able to become whatever we want it to become. In some of these cases, resistance to this chemical, resistance to this disease, resistance to browning, if we're talking about the apples from the other day, resistance to whatever we want. Usually it's meant to help the organism in some way, shape, or form. So that's what you're going to be dealing with. There is 10 questions. You'll see that they are very similar to what we had going on the other day. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to email out. I'll be going through and providing feedback to those things that you sent me throughout the day. So you'll see that stuff kind of coming in throughout the day as it's being sent back to you. Check those comments, as that might help you realize some of the things for this one that you might need to fix, or maybe not fix if you don't receive too many comments there. But I do go through and read them, so make sure that you're checking those things out, especially on these ones where it goes from day 1 to day 2, to make sure that you're on the right track with things. So with that, we'll sign off here. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. And remember, it is a great day to be a junior Potter.